Hello together. This video describes you how you can do the Profinet commissioning of our API system with a Siemens PLC S7-5000. As you see, everything is connected with the power supply, and also the Ethernet cable for the Profinet communication is connected. And from this point, we start now the Profinet commissioning. In TIA portal, we have here an empty project with the S7-5000 PLC, and if we are going online, we will recognize that everything is green and running. There are no errors on the PLC side. With the online access folder of Siemens, we can check which devices are in the Profinet network. If we press here, then we see here the PLC, and we see here an accessible device with the MAC ID. With a closer look on the device, we will recognize it is our API module. Per default, if you are buying an API module, then it has no MAC, it has no Profinet name and also no IP address. This is defined in the Profinet standard. To do the commissioning of an API Profinet slave, first of all, we have to install a device description file called GSDML. This file you find in the Festo support portal. You see here, this is the Festo homepage, and if I'm going to the support portal, I can now look for the CPX-AP-I Profinet node. And in the tab software, I recognize the Profinet GSDML file for the system. At the moment, we have two files available. This here is for the old firmware of the Profinet slave, and the second one here is for the latest firmware, which is available 1.0.31. I have a new system with the latest firmware. That's the reason why I'm downloading exactly this file. The file is then in the download folder, and here I'm just make here extract all. Now the file is unzipped, is available here in the folder, and if I'm going now back to the TIA portal, I have here the option Manage General Station Description Files. With this option, I can install a GSDML file to my TIA software world. Click here, looking for the download area, select the folder, and then I'm recognizing, okay, here is the GSDML file, which is in the folder available, version 2.3.4. Here the status, it is already installed because I have done it already. That's the reason why I have not to do it. In your case, please mark it and install it, and after this it will appear in the hardware catalog. So we have installed the GSDML file, we have a connection with the laptop to the PLC. The PLC is connected with the Ethernet cable to the API Profinet node, means there is a physical connection, and that's the reason why I can now use here in Siemens the hardware detection. The hardware detection feature is available since TIA portal version 50.1. With this, I am searching in a Profinet network after devices. If I'm pressing here and start a search, I see again our API system with the MAC and 000 as IP address. I mark it and make add devices. Because of the factory setting, the TIA portal software will now take the default entries from the GSDML. If the device already has a name or an IP address, then this picture will change with the correct IP address and the correct name. At the moment, We are taking just the information from the GSDML. And if we have now a closer look in our configuration, we recognize our API system, what we have seen here on the table. This is now our API system. But we also see, okay, here is an empty module. This empty module appears only if you have a 4 IO link master of the MPI system, because the hardware detection is not working with the 4 IO link master and the corresponding subslots, which are necessary for the IO link communication to the devices. That's the reason why this part we have to take now from the hardware catalog. You see it here, technology modules, drag and drop to the system. So, as I mentioned before, this here is the Profinet name taken from the GSDML. In the reality, we still have not assigned any name to our API system. You see here, it is API-PN. I can change the Profinet name to, for example, my API. Now I have changed the Profinet name. In Profinet, we are working only with Profinet names. Means it is a mandatory goal that you have online the same name as offline in the software. You see here, my API is the name what I have used here in the software offline. If I'm now assigning it with the feature assign Profinet device, I have told the device in the Profinet network, your new name is now my API. And you see here, okay, it has changed now the name my API, and this name has to match with my name in the project. Otherwise, we will have a communication problem to the Profinet slave. The last step is I have to assign the Profinet slave to the PLC. If I'm doing this like following, yep, then you see I have established a Profinet communication to my API system. And if I now make the download to the whole system, takes a little bit time. And sometimes you have to search 2 times, then it is like this here. So everything is okay. Making now the download to the PLC. And I'm finished. And if I'm now going online, I am recognizing, okay, the Profinet communication is established, everything is working, everything is green. I see also here on the camera the NF network failure LED is not flashing anymore. It is off. Means now I have established the communication to my API Profinet system. As a fast test, I can just switch on some coils. For example, you see it here. We have here the VTUG with following address range, and here the MPAL with following address range. And if I'm knowing this, I can go here to the watch table, add a new watch table, say here QB0, QB3, and making here FF, FF, And now modify the values and checking again the reaction on the system. And then I'm recognizing, okay, I have now switched on the coils and everything is working as expected. That was the way how you can make the commissioning if you have the system already available and everything is running in Profinet. Thanks for your attention.